Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Chantel. This is my basic journey. I live and travel in a minivan with my dog Joey, and we're currently exploring the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I am so happy that we decided to make the trip up here because it is absolutely stunning. Everywhere we've been has just been gorgeous. However, there are not a lot of boondocking opportunities unless if you go more inland. There are a lot more state forests, hence there will be a lot more dispersed camping / boondocking opportunities. However, we are staying along the northern border on Lake Superior, so there is not a lot of boondocking opportunities. But we did find one if you watched my last video, and I was so happy for the little mini vacation that we got, so we didn't have to move every day and we could actually just stay in one place for more than one night. It was so nice. However, it was calling for rain all day, and so we left a couple days ago because the road in was very sandy and we were running low on supplies. So we drove about an hour to a little town called Munising, Michigan, and it goes past the Picture Rocks National Shoreline, which is on the top of my bucket list for Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, and so I don't want to skip it. But when I was looking up how to go about seeing the Pictured Rocks National Shoreline, it was a lot of hiking and very long hikes, and my little dog here, let me show you guys. Come here, Joey, come say hi to everybody. This is my little dog Joey. He is 11 years old and he does not like very long hikes. We can do like a mile or two before he is just absolutely done. And so it was not the best idea to try to see Pictured Rocks by hike because it is a very long shoreline, and I knew that we weren't going to be able to see it if we were going to try to hike in there. And so I decided that the best way for me to see it all was to take one of these Pictured Rock cruises. And here in Munising, they do have a Pictured Rock cruise. Okay, I'm going to put you down again, Joe. You're such a good boy. The best way to see it would be one of these cruises that they offer, and they have one here in Munising, and it's only $44. And they also have a temperature regulated place that is free for your dog to stay, and it locks and you can just leave him in there. It's like a 2.5 hour cruise, and we can go see the entire shoreline of Pictured Rocks and still be okay with Joey, because that is the one thing that I was worried about. And I would love to do more of this touristy stuff, but with a dog it is pretty hard because if it's too warm during the day, it's not like he can stay in the van for 2.5 hours. So the fact that they offer this complimentary is just thank you, Munising, Michigan, because I'm actually going to be able to see all of Pictured Rocks while we're here. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, the first day that we got here, it rained all day. And so we went and we hung out at a overlook, like a pull off the side of the road. But they did have a water fountain thing that I could fill my water jugs. They had a bathroom. Since it was raining all day, we just kind of hung out in the van, got some work done, but the rain cleared up just in time for sunset, and we walked onto the little overlook that they have. It was just absolutely beautiful. And so we've been hanging out in Munising for the last couple of days, waiting for the day of my Pictured Rock cruise. We're going tomorrow. We're just hanging out at a little lakeside park right now. Beautiful views of the water. You can actually see the cruises coming in and out from where we're at. I absolutely love it. And as much as I love Munising, I should put a little disclosure on here that they do have a city ordinance of no sleeping in your car or on any streets between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. And so I do have to drive, it's like 6 minutes up the road to a truck stop that's just outside of town. That's where I've been staying the last couple of nights while I've been here. But other than that, it is a beautiful little town and I'm absolutely loving it. They do have a grocery store. It's called Pat's Foods. However, it is pretty pricey as far as groceries go, which is to be expected because it's a tiny little town. But I am happy that they at least had an option for groceries here. So we are going to be hanging out in Munising for a couple more days. Today is a more relaxed day. We're just going to be hanging out at the park here and getting work done and just hanging out because tomorrow is our cruise day. I'm very excited. I had to make the reservation a few days in advance to make sure that it didn't sell out, because even though we are at the end of the season here, we're mid-September now, it is still pretty busy on these pictured rock cruises. So I had to make it a couple days in advance to make sure that I didn't miss out. Also to make sure to check the weather because it is pretty sporadic this time of year. But it is looking like it's going to be sunny skies tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be perfect for a cruise. I'm just so ready for it. This has been on my bucket list because almost every single person that I've asked what should I do when I go to the UP, they told me you need to see picture rocks. And so it's been on my list. We're going to go see it. We're going to go tomorrow on a wonderful cruise, and today we're just going to be hanging out at the park. And I think for lunch today, we're going to head over to this Borders Grill. It's right across the street from where I'm parked, and get a burrito for lunch and just kind of relax today. But tomorrow, very excited, we're going to go on our Pictured Rock cruise. So thank you so much. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. And I'm excited to bring you guys with me to Munising and see the Pictured Rocks. We're just heading to the fishing pier just for a little change of scenery. If you guys didn't see that gas sign, it's 3:30 here, which isn't too bad. It's lower than Illinois or Oregon. And I've only been here for a couple of days, but I already know my way around. It is very easy to navigate this town because it's only like 2 streets. Oh, and it looks like my spot is open. I like parking next to this little table over here. Hi, Jojo. Hi, ducks. Good morning. We are at the park that we hung out at yesterday. Our cruise leaves at 2 p.m. so we're just going to be hanging out at this park until then. It's really close to the cruise ship entrance area, so we're going to make some coffee. I just got ready for the day. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, probably since I was in Lake Havasu with Sarah, Aaron, and Dawn, and we did the Lake Havasu sunset cruise thing. It was so fun. We're not doing the sunset one today. We're just going to do the 2 p.m. one. They also have an 11 a.m. one. But with the direction of the sun, I figured the 11 o'clock one, you would have the sun in your eyes the entire time. So we chose the 2 o'clock one. And they tell us to get there about an hour beforehand. And I'm happy that I did because there was already people in line when we got there at 1 p.m. And so I'm really happy that we did that. I just dropped Joey off at the complimentary kennels and then we headed into our cruise.
Oh, you're number one.
On behalf of the National Park Service, we'd like to welcome you all to Picture Rocks National Lakeshore. Your cruise out to Picture Rocks this afternoon should take about 2 hours to complete. On the way out, we're going to see a couple sand beaches, a few waterfalls, and of course those pristine sandstone cliffs that drop off into the water. Some places those cliffs reach as high as 200 feet. She's 65 feet long, can carry 150 passengers, and is powered by 2 Caterpillar diesel engines. This C-18's 800 horsepower beast. Those big bad boys will be pushing us along at the next snapping speed of a whopping 25 miles an hour. And over the next probably year or two, that part of the cliff will actually blend right in with the rest of it. It'll look like that cave-in happened some long time ago. But like I said, it came down just last week. some people say that the flank kind of resembles the Blackhawks logo, but I wouldn't really know, because I wouldn't waste my time watching the Chicago Blackhawks. Kitchen Manitou stands at about 185 feet high.
Flat calm out here that day. He's getting real close down there now. Pretty. He's gonna put it right down in here. Yeah, the trees are right above us. Yeah,
About halfway up the left-hand side, going all the way around the point for some more of that blue-green copper staining. Those of you on the right, let's see if I can turn a little right here. Also, for those of you on the right, you can see a lot of black color, especially in that back corner over there. All of those used to be black. What's more interesting in the rock itself is the lone pine tree sitting on top. There's not enough soil up there for that tree to survive. The only way it gets its water and nutrients are from the roots that are hanging to the mainland. You can see those roots quite clearly hang out the left-hand side. Used to be a stone archway supporting those roots, but that came crashing down some 80 years ago, and the tree lives on. All right, here's Great Falls. Great Falls is the only waterfall along the Picture Rocks cliffs that runs year-round. In the wintertime, it will actually form an ice column all the way around it, and will continue to flow through the center.
This cruise was absolutely amazing. Big shout out to Pictured Rock Cruises in Munising, Michigan for giving an amazing tour of the Pictured Rocks National Shoreline. If I decided to hike in, I maybe would have seen one or two of these places, and it would have been from the shoreline, so I wouldn't actually have been able to see it that much. But this cruise allowed me to see the entire thing, the entirety of the Pictured Rocks National Shoreline. I'm so happy that I did it. It was totally worth the $44 that we spent in order to see all of it and to know the history behind it. It was so cool, and big shout out to Noah, the captain, and also the person talking and telling us all about Pictured Rocks. This was so amazing. After we got done, I went into the little souvenir shop, picked myself out a sticker, and then we headed back to the fishing pier and just hung out there for the night. We're going to be leaving in the morning to go on a new adventure. So this is where I'm going to end this vlog. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, definitely subscribe below. I'll also put a link for my Patreon in the description box in case you're interested in checking that out and helping support my channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!